I see firearms ads being run on those videos from you guys. So why is it good enough for you, but not good enough for me? Hey there, Tundra Nation, and welcome back to the channel. Today's rant is gonna be lit as hell.
And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people.
We just had a chat with our Google rep, and John, you want to share?
Yeah, he shared some unfortunate news with us. Some of you may have seen that YouTube changed their policy on gun videos.
Okay, so YouTube is trying to have their fucking cake and eat it too, and I know I'm cursing 30 seconds into this video. Fuck yourself, YouTube. Nobody gives a shit about what you do anymore because you're coming after gun goddamn grandpa, okay? When you come after gun grandpa, you got chum. Fuck it, you are chum. You know what? You got some goddamn reckoning to do. Nobody comes after gun grandpa and gets away with it. Have you seen what Hickok can do on a bike and a fucking Uzi? There's a fucking meme about it. If you guys have no idea what I'm ranting about, Hickok45 released a video relatively recently highlighting the fact that YouTube has taken down a bunch of his videos and has threatened to demonetize his entire channel because guess what? He's pursuing the whole thing that this country was founded upon, freedom and capitalism.
You sure about that?
Listen, YouTube, you can't have it both ways. If you're gonna get your 230C protection and argue that you're a public forum, you can't limit the fucking content on your platform, you douchebags.
Wait, that's illegal. No, it isn't. I don't want it to be illegal. Therefore, it isn't. That's the way it works. Creed sucks. I hate you. And I hate the bands you like.
I should be able to say what I want because guess what? You're a public forum. You're a place for me to speak my mind freely to the public. So YouTube, you guys might not know the behind the scenes thing. I'm sure you've watched the Demolition Mat video, the Demolition Ranch video.
It also says you cannot show high capacity magazines. It doesn't say what that is. It just says you can't show that. You can't show homemade silencers or suppressors. You can't show firing a 3D printed firearm. You can't show firing a fully automatic rifle. You can't show firing a firearm with a high capacity magazine. Okay. If I completely follow the guidelines, but just barely. Welcome to Demolition Ranch.
He was doing the machine guns and he was trying to get YouTube to tell us exactly what is going on, like exactly what some gun tubers are doing wrong to cause the wrath of freaking Google to come down upon thee and say, oh, nope, you're not cool enough for the internet anymore. Get fucking bent, nerd.
Are you trying to hurt my feelings?
And guess what? Nobody knows. No one from YouTube will communicate exactly what the fuck to do anymore. So we don't know.
I just don't trust anything I can't verify for myself.
Guess what, YouTube? Guess what you've just done? You've created a subculture of people who are naturally born to fucking resist things. You've put them into a position where they're all gonna line up against you. And guess what? Yes, you are a fantastically powerful corporation, but god damn it, if you've never met a grassroots movement before that can build up and start a fucking wildfire, well, then you don't know what's coming, god damn it, because fucking I'm pissed. This video is gonna get our fucking channel taken down, so whatever. Hey, oh, and another thing, and yes, I did just go angry wife on you, YouTube. You know what? You're gonna have to freaking deal with it. Another thing, right? This is the thing that I haven't heard anybody talking about yet, and it pisses me off to no end. You tell me that I, with my words or my organization's words, are not cool enough to talk about CMMG, the makers of the Mark 47, the Descent, the Banshee, and now the banned state compliant BR4. The BR4 combines the traditional feel of a rifle with the modern tactical look for older generations and those stuck behind enemy lines. Complemented with the zero drop-in trigger system, you have zero reason not to check out CMMG. You can use the code Tundra10 for 10% off your purchase. Now, we can't mention where to use that code, but I think most of you can figure that out on your own. Oh, and don't forget to ask them when all their products will be available in Tactical Midnight Unicorn Cerakote. Or let's say for whatever reason I lost my freaking mind and decided to start endorsing, I don't know, urban carry holsters or something like that. And if I do this, now my videos are demonetized and potentially you come after shutting down the entire channel.
That wasn't very cash money of you.
All the while, guess what ads Urban Carry plays constantly on Tundra Tactical videos? CMMG plays because they're freaking cool and we like them. Urban Carry, we don't like, but guess who plays them on our videos constantly? YouTube, without our permission, because hey, they get to do whatever the hell they want. YouTube, you need to answer me a question. When I wake up on Monday morning after a fantastic weekend and see 36 emails telling me that my videos are no longer ad friendly, you got to explain to me why when I go to watch those videos to audit why or not they're ad friendly, I see firearms ads being run on those videos from you guys. So why is it good enough for you but not good enough for me? You got to pick or choose. This content either is or is not ad friendly. One of the things that I found absolutely hilarious,
President Biden has announced he will stand down from the race.
In my time, becoming an adult and looking at the world from a relatively neutral perspective, and this might not have anything to do with YouTube, but I feel like fighting the power means more to me as an adult now than it did when I was like in my 20s or when I was a kid, when I was actually like fighting people in power or like doing stuff like that in the military. What it means to me now, it means a lot to me what like liberals in the 90s, the reasons why they listen to like Rage Against the Machine and stuff like that, Zach De La Rocha and what was the bassist name from Rage? When he's at the VMAs or at the Grammys or something, he's rocking and rolling back and forth. You guys know what I'm talking about in internet land. Somebody can put a picture of it up behind the green screen. But when he's doing that in protest of government overcommitment or corporate, I didn't know corporate was 3 syllables. But when like corporate greed becomes too much or censorship is a thing like we're seeing right now with gun content on YouTube, when it becomes this way, man, there's got to be somebody that rises up in protest. Maybe that's us. Who fucking knows?
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Who wants to go climb a statue or something and rock back and forth with me? I'm ready to do it. We should be bucking up. We should be like coming together and trying to figure out, not like, you don't want to say the word union on YouTube, especially as a conservative or as a gun creator, because that might set some fucking people off. But I'll tell you what, we got to find a way to put our collective power together against I think somebody needs to say this. We have to start taking account of the companies that are still advertising on YouTube and allowing YouTube to run their ads on videos that YouTube deems not suitable. Like if I were to contact this company and run this ad personally, YouTube would say, nope, that's not suitable for advertisement. But then they run the exact same company's advertisement on my video because they were the ones that contacted or they got contacted by this company. I feel like as a community need to start taking account of the companies that are doing this and that are continuing to do this post this Adpocalypse 2.0 or whatever you want to call it on YouTube. And who knows? I don't know if we need to go so far as to start boycotting things. I mean, how ridiculous is it that companies in our industry, if they decide to do this, will be allowed to promote themselves on YouTube when we can't promote them? The actual faces of the, I don't want to say the faces of the industry, that's way too egotistical, but...
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The faces of the content creation portion of this industry, the Garanthums, the Brandons, the, dare I say, myself's included in this bit.
You sure about that?
When we're not good enough, but YouTube is, like, that is a freaking problem. And that's something that we need to address. Those companies should have a talking to, or we should have a talking to with them.
Wow, no.
Like, I genuinely feel like that needs to be the case. Like, do we start boycotting companies that advertise through YouTube that won't, that no longer now have an option to advertise through the content creators on YouTube? Is that the way we have to go? Is that counterproductive? Is that productive? Who knows? But this is the world we find ourselves in right now, folks. This is the world that YouTube has created for us.
You are living in a simulation right now.
I'm gonna stop you guys right there. I know some of you out there in YouTube land are typing out, why not just post on Rumble or some other such website. I would love to tell you why we won't do that, or if we did, why it wouldn't be successful. The big point here is nobody watches it. No, the conversion rate is so tiny, it's not worth it.
You know, we do have stuff on Rumble. You know, that's one of my canned responses a lot of times to people that say just go to Rumble. It's like, well, we were already there and you didn't know, so that should tell you why maybe it's not the answer. Now, if the whole world went to Rumble, sure,
It'd be different, yeah.
right?
We used, if you guys don't know, we have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Tundra Gaming Live, and we covered this on our Saturday Night Live show where we talk guns in the firearms industry. We covered this with Mike, Mr. Guns and Gears channel. He was earning over on Rumble something like maybe a 2% conversion rate, where if a video of his got 100,000 views on YouTube, it would get 2,000 views on Rumble. Now, I'm not smart in the math boy shit world.
Well, duh.
But that doesn't make any sense to commit to a ton of effort and time making content for a platform that doesn't have support just yet. The way I see it is an alternative platform like Rumble and any number of other platforms in the past. None of them will be successful until not just the content creators, not just the viewers, not just the sponsors, the advertisers, every single person, they have to commit to that new platform. And until we do, it's just going to be shit pickings for everybody involved. The viewers, the creators, the sponsors, nobody's going to get what they want until everybody commits to running it on Rumble. If all of the firearms viewers from Mr. Guns and Gears channel, from Hickok's channel, from Brandon's channel, from Administrative Results, from Garantham, if every single one of them converted and committed to Rumble, then we could make a difference. If every single sponsor jumped from YouTube over to Rumble and still maintain those sponsorships going over to those alternative platforms, even if the viewer conversion rate was a little bit lower, then we could do it. If all the creators got together and said, you know what, let's all make this happen, or the biggest ones involved in this, then we could do it. But until then, all of that doesn't matter. If only one of those three branches commits, nothing's ever going to change. It's honestly, it's one of the most common questions that I get asked is why have alternative platforms like a Rumble or Kick, or I guess Kick's more of a streaming service, but still, why don't those ever succeed? Full 30 was a great example of it in the past. That was kind of like the only other spot to find gun content. And it's because not everybody committed to it. You look at Pepperbox, right? Pepperbox is a fantastic example of what a for-profit company can do if there's some big, powerful names behind it. But then there's a lot of misconception associated with Pepperbox. People come to me and say, why don't you just start posting on Pepperbox? Well, I can't right now. And that's not because nobody wants me posting on Pepperbox. It's not a slight against Tundra Tactical. It's not, oh, we don't want that joker on there. It's a for-profit business. So they have to pick and choose the best creators to get on that platform first, to give it a solid foundation and a solid platform for success. And then, because let's be honest, like, I'm not a Garantham. I barely even shoot guns on video. And when I do shoot guns, you all want me to go back in the fucking studio and talk about roasting people as opposed to shooting guns. Let's be honest, I'm not like the primary face of the firearms industry here.
Well, duh.
And I completely understand that. Why not just post on Pepperbox? I feel like I gotta tell people, it's not something I can do at the moment. I'm sure some point down the line, it would absolutely happen, and that's an alternative thing for creators. That'd be fantastic. But it may end up falling victim to that lack of commitment from the three arms of our community: the sponsors, the creators. Yeah, you could really say the sponsors and manufacturers, the creators, and the audience. I feel like once again, if all three of those folk don't commit, well, then Pepperbox might even be a bit of a lost bag too. You never know. I'm not hoping, by the way, folks, that Pepperbox fails. I love the fact that it exists. I want it to succeed because I would love to have the opportunity to have a 2A friendly platform that I could post on, or that we could have a streaming service for. It'd be phenomenally cool. I'm just saying that, once again, my fear based on history is that unless all three arms of the community get together and say, we like this, we're committing to it, I don't know if it's going to be successful. All right, folks, thanks for attending my rant. That's going to wrap it up today. Make sure to hit the sub button. YouTube's trying to actively kill the channel and a lot of other GunTube content, so make sure you're supporting, if not myself, your favorite content creators out there. They really need your help right now. Thanks for watching, folks, and we'll see you next time when we still don't know what the heck we're doing. Cheers. Fuck you, Springfield! By the way, to the Secret Service and FBI agents watching this video, that was what we call in America a joke. Okay, that was a joke. Nobody needs actual coherency. They just need to agree with your fucking ramblings for a little while and everything will be all right.